What if the thing you fear the most is actually the thing you need the most? Think about it. What if every rejection, every mistake, every setback, and every painful moment in your life was not holding you back, but preparing you for something greater? Most people spend their lives trying to avoid failure at all costs. They stay in their comfort zone. They avoid risks. They give up on dreams before they even begin because they are terrified of making mistakes. But here is the truth that nobody wants to hear. Success and failure are not opposites. They are partners. And without failure, success is impossible. From an early age, we are taught that failure is something to be ashamed of. Good grades are rewarded. Mistakes are punished. People celebrate winners and forget everyone else. Slowly, we begin to believe that failure means we are not good enough. And because of that belief, millions of people never start. They never launch the business. They never apply for the job. They never ask the question. They never chase the dream. Not because they lack talent, not because they lack potential, but because they are afraid to fail. That is the real tragedy. Failure itself is not what destroys people. Fear of failure does. Because the moment you stop taking risks, you stop growing. The moment you stop trying, you stop learning. And the moment you stop learning, you stop moving forward. So why is failure necessary for success? Because failure teaches lessons that success never can. Success feels good. Failure forces growth. Success gives confidence. Failure builds character. Success celebrates the result. Failure reveals who you really are. Every mistake contains information. Every setback contains wisdom. Every difficult moment contains an opportunity to become stronger. The people you admire most understand this better than anyone. Athletes lose competitions. Entrepreneurs watch businesses collapse. Artists face rejection. Leaders make mistakes. But they all have one thing in common. They refuse to let failure define them. Think about a child learning to ride a bicycle. The child falls. Again, and again, and again. But imagine if that child decided after the first fall, maybe riding a bike just isn't for me. It sounds ridiculous. Yet adults do exactly that. They fail once, and they quit. They experience rejection, and they stop trying. They make one mistake, and they convince themselves that they are not capable. But failure is not proof that you are weak. Failure is proof that you are trying. The truth is that nobody becomes great without first being terrible. Nobody walks into a gym on the first day and lifts heavy weights. Nobody starts a business and immediately succeeds. Nobody masters a skill overnight. Behind every success story is a hidden mountain of failures. What separates successful people from everyone else is not intelligence. It is not talent. It is resilience. It is the ability to stand back up after life knocks you down. So how do you turn failure into success? The first step is to change your perspective. Stop asking, "Why is this happening to me?" Start asking, "What is this teaching me?" Every failure carries a lesson. Your job is to find it. The second step is to stop taking failure personally. Failing at something does not mean that you are a failure. Read that again. A failed attempt is simply feedback. It is information that helps you improve. The most successful people in the world have failed more times than most people have even tried. The third step is to keep moving. Most people underestimate the power of persistence. They think success belongs to the smartest person in the room. But often, Success belongs to the person who simply refused to quit. One more workout, one more attempt, one more lesson, one more day. Small acts of persistence create extraordinary results. Imagine two people chasing the same dream. The first person fails and gives up. The second person fails, learns, adjusts, and tries again. Fast forward 5 years. Their lives will be completely different. Not because one person had more talent, but because one person understood that failure is part of the process. Now imagine yourself 10 years from today. Imagine looking back at all the opportunities you never took because you were afraid to fail. The business you never started, the goals you never chased, the risks you never took. How would that feel? Now imagine something different. Imagine looking back and realizing that every setback made you stronger. Every rejection taught you something. Every failure shaped the person you became. Because one day, you will understand something powerful. The moments that nearly broke you were the moments that built you. Failure is not the end of the story. Failure is the chapter that prepares you for success. The strongest people are not those who never fall. They are the ones who always get back up. And the person you want to become is waiting on the other side of the struggles you are facing today. So here is your challenge. Think about one failure in your life that still hurts. Instead of seeing it as proof that you are not enough, write down 3 lessons that it taught you. Ask yourself, how can this experience make me stronger? Because success does not belong to those who avoid failure. Success belongs to those who embrace it, learn from it, and keep moving forward. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join Rise Within for more content about mindset, discipline, success, and personal growth. Remember, strong mind, strong life.